Alright, so we got a 2023 Nissan Rogue. We're going to be replacing these switches because the switches on the steering wheel, they go bad, they're loose, they're not working or operating, whatever the case is. So we're going to be replacing that. And here's the part number for those that need it. So first thing is, what you want to do is disconnect the battery. So let's go ahead and grab our 10 millimeter. So you're going to need a 10 millimeter. And a flathead. So I'm gonna grab me a pocket screw, or if I'm having trouble because it's too skinny or small, just go ahead and grab it like a regular flathead. So first step, let's come over here. I already got it loosened off. So you're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery. So it's gonna be under this cover. This is the 10 millimeter that you're gonna lose. So just loosen it a little bit and then do the rest by hand. You don't want to loosen it all the way. And then just go ahead and remove the terminal. I'll go ahead and cover it. That way it doesn't touch any part of the ground on the body. And it doesn't accidentally come down here and touch or ground somewhere where it's not supposed to. And let it sit for 3 minutes or so. Let the battery completely drain. And then you're going to come over here. And if I remember correctly, we just got to remove the airbag to do the controls. If I remember correctly, because I think that's how I did it on my last one. But we're going to make sure. So you're going to come over here. And there's going to be some holes. Let's see. There's going to be, I believe it's in this one. And then there might be another hole on the opposite end. Right here. So there's going to be that hole. And I don't know if there's a bottom one. Yeah, there's a bottom one. So I'm going to grab my flathead. And I'm going to show you guys what exactly I'm seeing. So I'm going to pause you for a bit because it's kind of hard to get you at a good angle from here. Alright, so I'm over here holding it. So you're looking at it directly, right? So then you kind of want to move this way. And then you see that right there? It's like a little metal tab or pin, whatever you want to call it. So that's exactly what you want to push in. So I'm going to grab my flathead and show you guys. Where is it? Okay, so it's right there. You just want to push it in, and then this slightly pushed up. And let's go do the other side. So right here, we're looking at it straight, right? And like I said, you kind of want to look at it from an angle. So we're going to go like this, and there it is. That little pin, metal silver pin. All you're gonna do is push it in. There it is right there. So there's that right there. I'm gonna pause you and I'm gonna go ahead and get this in. Okay, so I was able to get that one on the right. Another tool that you will need is a flashlight. That way you're holding the flashlight with one hand and the other hand with your flathead to be able to push in that little tab that's kind of located on this end. So already got those two. Now we're gonna do the bottom one. So for this one, we're gonna turn the steering wheel like that. And then for this one, hopefully it's not that hard to find. So there it is. Like I said, you're looking straight and it's going to be somewhere located right here. So you're going to have to look from under here. And there it is right there. That little silver tab or pen, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to pause you and I'm going to push that in. So I went ahead and pushed the tab in already. So all you do is just insert this, and then you just give it a nice push, and it should unlock it. And you'll be able to hear it too whenever it unlocks and stuff like that. So there's that, and then you got the airbag free. Remember, battery disconnected. You don't want this to blow off on you. And now we're gonna get some little pins just to get this airbag out of the way. So let's walk over here. Let's get ourselves a little pick. And we are just gonna, here, I'm gonna put you on my chest. There you are, my hands are free now. So what you want to do, again, please disconnect your battery. Battery disconnect. Disconnect battery. Battery, take it off. Okay, so grab the pen, and we're just gonna poke back from back here, where we get this little, we have like some little space back here to where we can slide a pick from underneath, and then just pry. You want to be careful, you don't want to break these tabs. Just slide it up, and then same thing for this one. Slide that up, and just gently pry this up. These are color coded, so yellow with yellow, and then black with black, as you can see. And then you got your little ground right here for the horn. So this, you could just, I'm just gonna go ahead and pry this off with like a flathead. And so it's off. See this right here. So all I did was just kind of pry this up, and that's all it is. You can see right here. You can get this out of this from underneath that hook. So this is where that ground gets grounded to. That's this one. This right here. So to be you just slide this back in whenever you put in everything back in. Just slide it in to this. And then just put the airbag to the side. And if I remember correctly, on my first video, I think I had removed everything. And then the next couple times that I did this, I believe I didn't even remove the steering wheel. So we're just gonna pop this from here. It's kind of in there. So I'm just grabbing it from back here. Ouch. So these are kind of in there, man. But you're able to get to them without removing the entire steering wheel. Because all it is tabs. And it's always breaking because this really grabs onto it. So on this next one, what I'm going to do is just try to put like a screw. Not a screw, but like a flathead. And see if I could just pry this off. But luckily for our case, we need to replace these. So let's see if we could do it from here. Like I said, we're basically going to be resting this. And then just kind of prying it. This is like kind of like plastic, sort of. Not sure, but let's go ahead and do this side first. Could come out loose pretty easily with my hands. Alright, I had to pause there for a bit, but let's go ahead and resume. Ouch. So it is going to be a little bit. See you again. These always break. These have a really good grip on them. They really grab onto them. They get a good bite. But like I said, we're replacing it. So it doesn't really matter. Unless you're not replacing them and you're just gonna remove them for some reason, I'll go ahead and just try to be careful and try to pry that off. Try to get like a flathead somewhere underneath, from obviously from the side, and try to pry it off from like so, or the all the way around like that, like pushing it like that. You don't want to make you want to make sure you don't grab any, or you're kind of damaging the connector, so be careful when doing it that way. So we're just gonna remove the, man, these are in there. Oh, well, anyway, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and see. So we got this removed. Make sure you got some really good pliers, because them cheap pliers don't really get a good bite. They just keep slipping off. So make sure you get some good pliers. But that's pretty much it. And then you just put the new one. Oh, that's not the new one, but you just put the new one, and then should just snap into place. And then the airbag, remember, they're color coded, and don't forget your ground for your horn. That goes right here, this, and that's how you replace the steering wheel controls step by step on a 2023 Nissan Rogue. And it's pretty much the same for these types of steering wheels with these controls. Pretty much the same process. Over here, the holes to release the airbag may be a little bit different, I'm not sure, but for this one, that's how you release the airbag with those tabs. So hopefully this video helped out.